A pleasant good morning, cycling fans and supporters. Happy New Year to all our cycling fans wherever you are in Belize and across the world, folks. This is our first race of 2026 Thursday race. It's very, very foggy out here on the John Smith, we're on the airport road, and we head on the John Smith road shortly. We want to give thanks and praises for another beautiful day here in the country of Belize. Want to big up Geotech Belize. For all your construction need, go to Geotech Belize. They are located at mile 8.5 on the George Price Highway. You can reach them at telephone number 2225 1130 or on their Facebook page. Folks, this race is being sponsored by Loans to Go, and we have a station prize being given by Miss Dawn Catering, $25 and 2 food. Big up yourself, Miss Dawn. Big up yourself, Loans to Go. The live has been brought to you by Mr. Kevin Logan out of Boston, New York. Boston. Folks, I definitely, before I start, big up my driver Rick Castillo. I mean, this morning when I look outside, I never want to wake up, and there I had a toot on the motorcycle. Rick was at my house just after 5. He said, "Andrew, are you ready?" I said, "For what?" He said, "For racing." OMG, he is so dedicated to the sport of cycling, folks. I want to thank each and everyone who are tuning in on this beautiful man. Wow, it's almost white out, folks. It's almost white out from the camera. It doesn't seem so, but I can hardly see separation already. Early morning, and this is somewhere just over after 6 o'clock. It's wow, that's the word I can use. Wow. So I'm not sure if this is a lead group. I can hardly see out of my helmet. Let me wet my helmet. Okay, see if I can make out some of the riders. Folks, it's early morning. In the lead group we have D. Wade, we have Brandon Catus, we have Shane Young, I think that's Gravel Young, and we have a young man, Tim McGee, out of the US. These guys are doing some 28 miles an hour as we make our way through the John Smith Road, the first of 2 laps. It's like it's snowing. Whiteout condition, folks. We definitely have some issues with visibility. As we make our way through the John Smith Road, on the pace we have D. Wade, being followed by Brandon Catus, Gravel Young, and Tim McGee. And we can see the rest of the peloton trying to close that gap on this beautiful Thursday morning. Yes, the live is being brought to you by Mr. Kevin Logan out of Boston. Big up yourself, Mr. Kevin Logan. Folks, we had a beautiful gala last week, Saturday. We want to big up Mr. Oswald Bowman and his family. All the cyclists came out, the legends were out. And then New Year's Day, we had the Creme New Year's Day Cycling Classic. I did mention at the start, it was perfect condition for racing. For racing plus the record breaking. Yes, it's Tim McGee and the front. Tim McGee wears a jersey marked Legions of Los Angeles Been followed by Brandon Catus, Greville Young, and D-Way, the 4 riders out front as we make our way on lap 1 of 2 laps on the first race of 2025. Folks, I am asking all cyclists to please come out on Saturday as we lay Young Taionchi to rest. Let's give him his final ride, a great ride. Young Taionchi, a warrior, a champion in my eyes. You know, the young kid just left us sudden. He had a bigger job up in heaven, and we want to celebrate his life. I know he would want us to cherish his memories. You know, so we ask all cyclists to bring out their bikes, put on their jersey and their black pants, their jersey top, and let's give him a great send-off this Saturday at 10 a.m. at St. Martin's de Porres Church. Good morning, Nigel Stewart, the Stewart and Rabatu family, Miss Rita Thompson, the entire Rita and the entire Alfred Parks Catchable family. I want to big up my beautiful wife. Left for home this morning. Adolf Cabral, big up yourself. It's all that. So I'm supposed to stream on as will turns channel, but they have some issues, so won't be streaming that. I'll be doing this for a little while. We'll definitely try to clear it up and let you guys know. Still the 4 riders out front. A pleasant good morning and a happy new year to all our cycling fans again, folks. A Harley could say the fight for say that the reason why I don't hear me commenting much of the fight for on the phone and try to who? Oh, this is the leader. Is that from the race, right? Is that front? Okay. Folks, a pitch I mean it's like I call it Belize snow. I mean a whiteout condition here, on the John Smith Road on this beautiful Thursday morning, the first Thursday race of the new year 2026. I want to wish all our cycling fans again happy new year 2026. Four riders out front: Brandon Catus, Greville Young, D. Wade, and Tim McGee. Those are the riders. The first station prize will be taken by Brandon Catus, and the pace doing some 30 miles an hour. Brandon Catus, folks coming up this Sunday. Tune in for Weekend Warriors version of the New Year's Day race that will start in Orange Rock at the Tongue Hill. Brandon Catus waving to the riders. A small gap to Greville Young, who closes back the gap. Folks, the 4 riders still up front heading towards mile 8. D. Wade, Tim McGee, Brandon Catus, and Greville Young. Still try to clean my lens. Want to say good morning to my son there in Chicago, Deanne Ordones, and the entire crew there in Chicago, the New York crew, the Miami crew, the Houston crew. Tonight I'll give all the happy birthday greetings. I have quite a number of happy birthday greetings. Of course, picking up the sponsor of this event, Loans to Go, sponsoring the event. And we want to pick up Dance Catering, giving a station prize of $25 plus 2 food. Pick up yourself, Miss Dan. Some young ladies taking part this morning. I think I see young Chelsea Gillett. I saw young Kedisha Francis. I'm not sure what I saw, but it was pitch dark, kind of old, can't see too good. Still making our way towards mile 8. Whiteout condition, I call it. So the streaming will be poor this morning. As we make our way towards the roundabout here on the John Smith Road, mile 8 roundabout. But my name is Ann Matut. It's Tim McGee on the front, followed by Brandon Catoos, D. Wade, and it seems 2 more riders have come across. That's Smokes Gladden and Alvan Gillett, 2 riders who have made it across. The One Love food truck is out. So now it's 6 riders, 4 riders, and no, it's another rider. It's 6 riders. Who that Kaliman? Kaliman come across too? Yeah. You serious? Yes. Folks, the father, huh? No. Oh. He left early? Okay. I almost got tricked just now. We see Kaliman Williams is out here, the father of Justin and Corey. But apparently he was riding in front. Here comes the other rider, that's Charles Leslie all alone, riding for Elephant Sons. Charles Leslie Jr. making his way around the roundabout. And there's no sight of the rest of the peloton. Here comes the peloton. So it's been led by Rydell Renault. I can see the ex-minister Castro, Brother J, Alan Sims, Fred Usher, it look like, Shane Young, Kid Graniel, Francois, Troy Gabb Jr., Barney Brown, Mike Lewis, Big Mike Lewis, Elon Simmons, Kedisha Francis, Mark Steen, Erson Butler, Warren Cowie, Mark Gentle, Derek Anul, Travis Greenidge, Travis Flowers. Huh? Oh, Travis not here, yes? Okay. My name is Santiago. Happy New Year. We make our way back to the race, folks, on this beautiful but very foggy Thursday morning. Very foggy. Visibility is extremely low. So hopefully by the second lap we clear up. So as we pass the riders, There's Fredosha. Well, Raja Brand is here. Folks, this whole race have been blown to smithereens early morning as we make our way to the front of the race. 4 riders escape. The gap is huge, folks. The gap is huge. Remember, join us Sunday for live coverage of the Weekend Warriors version first of January race. Again, picking up my driver Rick Castillo and this beautiful zoom zoom as we make our way to the front of the race. So we have 2 riders here. We have Mr. Newman, and this is a second group on the road, Charles Leslie Jr. and Efrain Newman riding for Digi. Those are the 2 riders trying to bridge the gap to the 4 lead riders. It's Mr. Newman, that's Charles Leslie Jr. Move up. Folks, again, I ask all cyclists come out Saturday morning, 10 o'clock, St. Martin's de Porres Church. Let's send off our young warrior, Tianchi, in great style. He was a warrior, he was a champion in my eyes. Young Tianchi have left us, taking on a new job with the Lord up above. Folks, we're about to make contact with the lead of the race. We have now, it's 6 riders. We have 2 riders. We have on the front, we have Alvan Gillett running for SPD. We have Smokes Glenn running for SPD. We have Tim McGee rides out of Los Angeles. We have D Wade ride for BZ Boys. We have Brandon Catus. Brandon Catus rides for Running Rebels. And we have Greville Young rides for River Valley Boys. These 6 riders, they ride all the way to the finish, unless it's breakup coming on to the finishing of the race. Folks, I hope you all enjoyed your Christmas and New Year's Day vacation, I call it, or celebration. I know I had a whole lot of fun, especially covering the Creme New Year's Day Cycling Classic. That was a monster of a race, record breaking year. The season looked bright. Smokes Gladden, SPD and the pace, doing some 25 miles an hour as we make our way back to complete one of 2 laps in the Thursday morning race, Weekend Warriors, first race of 2026. Folks, I'm supposed to stream as a Wheel Turns Facebook page, but we had a little issue, so still on our Reduced Bike Shop page, bringing you live action of Weekend Warriors Thursday morning race 2026, first race of the 2026 for the Weekend Warriors. But we'll be out there Sunday with God, once God spare life. We'll be out there Sunday to bring you live action of their event. It's their version of the New Year's Day race. That race starts in Orange Walk at the Town Hall, and it head all the way to Belize City, and it finish somewhere around by Sancas Plaza, I believe. And remember to join us tonight as on the Wheels Turn. We return for the 2026 episode, the first episode of 2026. Tonight as the Wheel Turns, we have some special thing for give some kids, 7 kids. We want to big up Mr. Oswald Bowman and the Miguel family. Once again, I want to shout out Mr. Oswald Bowman for having that Knights of Living legend. Gravel Young is being separated. I'm not sure if you have a mechanical or something. And Brandon Catus is waving goodbye. Brandon Catus is waving goodbye to Gravel Young. As we make our way back to the roundabout. Poor visibility, folks. The sun is out, but I can't see it. The fog. So it's only 5 riders at this moment. 5 riders. The pace is some 24 miles an hour. 24 miles an hour as we make our way back to the roundabout. 4 riders, give you their names. 5 riders, give you their name. We have Brandon Catus riding for Running Rebels. We have Smokes Gladden, Kenway Smokes Gladden riding for SPD. We have Alvan Gillett ride for SPD. We have D Wade ride for BZ Boys, and we have Tim McGee. You have a Legions jersey. Well, I really think he ride for Legions. Just with the Legions jersey. Victor Stevens, good morning. Miss Ethel Jenkins, good morning. Kirsten Siberanes, good morning. So you look like Brandon look like the caretaker of this group. Let me have some Ricola. Folks, once again, the live has been brought to you by Mr. Kevin Logan out of Boston. Thank you, Kev. We want to big up Loans to Go, who's sponsoring this race. And of course, we want to big up Miss Dan Catering for one of the station prizes. What I say, Ernest Ferguson, good morning. Folks, if you just joined us, this is Weekend Warriors Thursday morning race, the first race for the Weekend Warriors of 2026, and it's the condition out here is very, what call it, foggy condition as you cross over the G-Sierra Bridge. To complete one of 2 laps, and it's 5 riders. We have Smokes Gladden, Brandon Catus, Tim McGee, D Wade, and Alvan Gillett. Those are the riders making their way to complete one of 2 laps. The entire field have been blown to smithereens.
What? They're ready to ride
Why Butter is out? Butter is out. Darwin is out. Taking a Happy New Year, guys. Taking a morning ride. Look how white out it is. Hardly could see. D-Weed on the pace. So make a way around the roundabout. They're far behind. Okay. Big up all the cyclists who came out brave, because man, this condition are rough. There's Gravel Young no longer the group. A pint on the back wheel, so I'm not sure if you have some kind of issue there. We can see there are two other riders trying to make it across. That's Charles Leslie Jr. and Ephraim Newman. We head towards the bridge. I believe where a prize will be given out. And here is the group just crossing over Mr. Gunn's bridge, the GCR bridge. There's a group, one long line. So we are back with the leaders, 5 riders, 2 riders from SPD, 1 from Legions, 1 from Running Rebels, and 1 from BZ Boys. The 2026 season seems it will be exciting. Coming up, we have the big catch pull coming up on the 22nd of February. We want to big up the Alfred Parks family, and I believe this year they have a corporate sponsor, but I'll get more details and definitely share it with you guys. But that race is coming up the 22nd of February 2026. As we make our way on lap 2, the final lap. There's a hero working out, Tariq Flowers, who rode awesome last Thursday in the Creme New Year's Day Cycling Classic. Folks, once again I want to big up my driver, Rick Castillo again, who is definitely very, very dedicated. Very, very dedicated. Like I mentioned, I never want to come out of bed, but he was up. I heard the toot of the motorcycle horn. I said, "What, Rick, you done there already?" Man, duty calls. So we are out here bringing you live action. Wish there were more fireworks. I love the fireworks last week Thursday, so Sunday should be a lot of fireworks on the tarmac, as we will bring you live action of the Weekend Warriors version of the New Year's Day race. Bob said he going on bad, so today is just a little, guys, just stretching legs. Some of them don't want to put in too much effort because they know they have a big race coming up on Sunday. Of course, I want to big up the sponsor of this race, Loans to Go. I want to big up Miss Dan Catering for giving a nice station prize of $25 plus 2 food. Of course, bringing up the person bringing it live into your living room. Big up Mr. Kevin Logan out of Boston. I want to shout out a good friend of ours, Mr. and Mrs. Jex out of New York. I ran into my good friend Warnell Pusrino. Big up yourself, Warnell Pusrino there in Houston. He came in for the gala to receive his award. Big up yourself. I want to shout out Mr. Steve Benedict out there in New York with his family. Oh, we have a young man who wants to show. I can show this young man. Anybody know that person there? Anybody know that person? Watch it. The yellow jersey. Yellow jersey. Good morning, Kaliman Williams. Good morning, sir. Enjoy your ride. Yeah.
You're white.
Yes, folks, that's Kaliman Williams, the father of Justin and Corey Williams, Legends of Los Angeles. There's Mr. Davey Wood. Folks, the weather improved, but it's still very foggy. Still 5 riders leading the race this morning. We have Tim McGee. We have Brandon Catus. We have Alvan Gillett. We have Kenway Smokesland, and we have D. Wade. That's Tim McGee out of California. Alvan Gillett, D. Wade, Smokesland, and the pace. Brandon Catus driving the pace. The pace is something like 28 miles an hour as we make our way back towards mile 8. And there's an attack by Tim McGee. Tim McGee and the attack, getting the attention of Brandon Catus. A small gap. Tim McGee and the attack. He's looking back. Brandon Catus on the wheel of Tim McGee. He's turned up the when he, a small gap to D. Wade. D. Wade trying to close back the gap. Brandon Catus now on the pace, followed by Tim McGee. We have Smokesland and Alvan Gillett, and here comes D. Wade as he tries to close back to the gap to these riders. Folks, the match has been scratched. And it's Tim McGee again on the pace. Driving the pace. Some 31 miles an hour. Tim McGee, some 31 miles an hour. He continued to be relentless. Tim McGee, 30 miles an hour now. And D. Wade have closed the gap back. So it's still 5 riders. Here goes Brandon Catus. 5 riders. I need a windshield wiper for my helmet. The thick fog, like the rain. Folks, if you just join us, this is Thursday morning race. Now, Alvan Gillett want to light up the flame. Alvan Gillett now cranking up the pace, getting the attention of Brandon Catus. A small gap. Smokes freewheeling. Sitting on Smokes wheel is Tim McGee and D. Wade. The gap continues to pry open. Alvan Gillett, Brandon Catus. Smokes won't contribute. Is forcing Tim McGee on the pace. And the 2 riders are riding away. Alvan Gillett looking back. Only Brandon Catus is staying on his wheel. Sitting back here, we have Tim McGee on the pace, followed by Smokesland and D. Wade. Anna Bennett, good morning. Pleasant good morning. Folks, if you just join us, this is the first Thursday race of 2026. Weekend Warriors. 5 riders escaped, and now the 5 riders have broken into 2 pieces. Up front we have Alvan Gillett and Brandon Catus. Could see the official, and it seems that Alvan Gillett took the prize. And back here we have Tim McGee, Smokesland, and D. Wade. Oh, Brandon. He said Brandon got that prize. The official said Brandon got the prize. I thought it was Wayne, but Brandon got that prize just now. Next, folks, like I mentioned, I saw a lot of legendary cyclists last Saturday night at the gala. Once again, big up Mr. Oswald Bowman. I want to shout out the Miguel family. They gave some prizes to some junior riders. We'll definitely mention it as a wheel turn, so tune in tonight somewhere around 7:30 as we bring you live action. We recap races. Hello buddy, past week and upcoming events. Happy birthday Miss Jennifer Kanaki. Happy birthday Miss Jennifer Kanaki. Big up yourself. I know Oscar celebrated birthday, Miss Jennifer Kanaki. Quite a number of people celebrated birthday. Have them right down make a note of it tonight. If you know your birthday, shout me up. Folks, if you just join us, this is the first Thursday race of 2026 Weekend Warriors. We're out here on the John Smith Road. Very, very foggy condition. I actually use my hand as a wiper for my for the windshield of for the shield of my shade of my helmet, so I could see the riders. You know, it's like fine drizzling. Constantly have to wipe the lens. Yes, folks, we all witness an exciting New Year's Day Cycling Classic 2026. We want to big up the guys back at the Zinc Fence. Mike was definitely a monster event. Started out bright from the early morning. The condition, I said definitely it will be a record breaking. It should be a record breaking year, and it was a record breaking year. You know, I spoke to Jiven. Jiven said he averaged over 300 watts for that entire race, and the race almost averaged 28 miles an hour, folks. You imagine 28 miles an hour. Imagine riding for 90 plus miles at 28 miles an hour. D-Wade decided he wants to bridge that gap. D-Wade attacking out of the tree back here. D-Wade want to close the gap to Brandon Catus and Alvan Gillett, and Smokes will sit on the wheel of Tim McGee. Yes, Smokes will leave the way to go. He's sitting on the wheel of Tim McGee. You can see the two lead riders making their way around the roundabout, Alvan Gillett and Brandon Catus. There's D-Wade in hot pursuit, being followed by Tim McGee and Smokes Glatton. Yeah, wait until you see the car. Huh? Morning, Gilbert Acosta. Good morning. Happy New Year's. So the guys disappear in the distance. No sight. They are here at mile 8 roundabout. Thank you all for tuning in, folks. Like I said, Sunday to be better. The very, very foggy. We ask all drivers to be extremely careful on the highway as you traverse. Here comes, can see who this, Charles Leslie Jr. all alone. Charles Leslie Jr. ran for Elephant Sons all alone. Charles Leslie Jr. making his way around the roundabout. There's Charles Leslie Jr. making his way around the roundabout. No sight of anybody else. No, man. It's over. It's over now. The One Love food truck. There we see Gravel Young. We see Efren Newman. The whole race have been blown to smithereens. Here we have another few riders. We have who that? That young lady there? The Chelsea down with the valley. There's the entire field making their way to the roundabout. Folks, that's it. The race is over. They won't make it back. Charles Leslie Jr. all alone trying to bridge the gap. This rider is Baron Pope training. It's Charles Leslie Jr. as we make our way back to the front of the race. That's it, it's over. And this beautiful Thursday morning here in the country of Belize. Once again, picking up my driver. Picking up Mr. Kevin Logan, bringing it live into your living room. We want to big up Loans to Go, sponsor of this event. We want to big up Miss Dan Catering. Giving a beautiful station price of $20, $25 plus 2 food. And we want to pick up all you fans who are tuning in. Thanks to Wingate fans moving over into 2025, the 2026, sorry. The 2026 season is looking good. The competition should be great. So look out for a lot of excitement, folks, as we take on the 2026 season. We're about to make contact with the 3 riders. So the 2 riders still out front, Banan Katoos and Alvangelis still out front. It's Tim McGee who after all the chase. So we're here with the 3 riders, D Wade riding for BZ Boys, Smokes Gladden riding for SPD, and Tim McGee. Smokes won't contribute. We can see the riders right up front, so the gap is still manageable. D Wade on the front. D Wade on the front trying to close back that gap. Good morning, the group from Bomba. Good morning from beautiful village of Bomba. Yes, Bomba in the house. The gap is somewhere around about 20 seconds or so. 20 seconds or so. On the front of this chasing group, we have Tim McGee being followed by Smokes Gladden and D Wade. The sun is starting to peek out. There's the sun. Hardly could see the sun. You could see trying to fight its way through the fog, as we call it. Yes, folks, cross country meet and greet coming up. Mr. Oswald Bowman, yes. Pick up yourself, Ozzy. Tuning in from Sokots. Good morning, John Escobar. The condition improved a little bit, but still pretty foggy out here on the John Smith Road. So once again, I want to pick up my driver, keeping me safe time after time. Reaching out to all cyclists again this Saturday morning at 10 a.m. You know, come out St. Martin's the Poorest Church as we give our young Teonchi a great send-off, his final ride. Condolences to the entire Chi and Villanueva family and such a great loss. Young warrior, young champion who left out at the tender age of about 14 years old. So it's Banan Katoos. So even though 3 riders there, and that's sitting on the wheel at Lozano, he's not a part of the race. So it's only Banan Katoos and Alvangelis. Those are the 2 riders leading the race. Good morning, Arlen Kiel out of Chicago. Condolence to you again, Arlen. Like Arlen say, cancer sucks. How is the weather there in Chicago? Arlen, how is the weather there in Chicago? It's very, very foggy here in Belize. I don't know how the others right now have to lift up my visor so I could see, because the fires alone I get foggy up. Call it whiteout condition. So the way this thing is going on right now, I believe that it's The winner will come out of Brandon Catus and Alvan Gillet. Of course, you know Brandon Catus is a very good sprinter, so that'll be like first and second place. Brandon first, Brandon first, and Alvan Gillet second. Here comes the three riders in hot pursuit. D Wade, Smokes Gladden, and Tim McGee, and of course Smokes, who won't participate, is left up all the chasing to Tim McGee and D Wade. Good morning, Ken Bob Gabriel. Yeah, Ken is not out here. The man saying cause some ruction and destruction Sunday. You want to lay down the law. Good morning, Big Bob Gabriel. Big Bad Gabriel. Bob Gabriel will be out Sunday to entertain the fans as he'll be laying down the law. One of my good friend. Morning, Bernard Palad. One of my good friends said, and I like Prinkles. Once a touch in a brickle. Folks, we are fast approaching the conclusion of this event. Thursday morning race now. Tim McGee stepping up pace, trying to close that gap. He can see the riders in the distance. We pass Butter and Darwin. Alexander Cox, good morning. Still out here on the Link Road. Man, it's white out condition from morning, so sorry for the poor visibility you guys are seeing. As we enter closer and closer to the conclusion, we have Alvan Gillet, Brandon Catus up front, and back here we have Tim McGee, we have Smokes Gladden and D Wade. New York in the building. Yes, I. Once again, bigging up Mr. Kevin Lugan for bringing the live into your living room, and of course, we want to big up the sponsor, Loans to Go, and Miss Dan Catering for a beautiful station prize. So from the gun start, it was pretty foggy. A few riders escaped, were never been caught. Two riders came across, that was Smokes Gladden and Alvan Gillet. Came across, turned into 5 riders, and then the eventualist 5 group break up. Good morning, my neighbor, Mr. Barcelona. Good morning. And I have my list. I can't call out about name. I forgot some of the names. So once you're on the live and I see them, I mention you. Morning, my neighbor, Mr. Barcelona. Thank you for tuning in, sir. This morning, I tell you that as the wheel turns, but it's on our Donis Bike Shop page. The as the wheel turns, but the daily issue. So I leave that back. Miss Kirsten Sibaranes. Good morning. How is Long Island? Hope your husband had recovered. Big up to Mr. and Mrs. Ferguson. Miss Alda Cabral, good morning. Dolfo, get up and make something for Miss Alda. Christopher Andrews, good morning. Folks, we are fast approaching the finish. So we will join the 2 lead riders shortly. We are just behind the 3 riders chasing. We head up to the front of the race shortly, where Brandon Catus and Alvan Gillet have blown the whole race to smithereens. So we leave these guys, we head up to the front of the race, where the race have been blown to smithereens, and it's beautiful Thursday morning here in the country of Belize. The 2026 season is looking bright. There will be a lot of excitement. Sunday race will be much more excitement than today, so join us coming up this Sunday as we bring you live action of the Weekend Warriors version of their New Year's Day Cycling Classic, folks. The tarmac will definitely be on fire. Bob Gabriel say, Donis, I will lay down the law. And so other riders say, that won't happen, folks. So it will definitely be some excitement. So tune in Sunday as we bring you live action of the Weekend Warriors version of the New Year's Day Classic. Man, the guys are blowing the whole race of Smither indeed. We are fast approaching the finish. Hope we catch them before the finishing line. Two riders as they head into the finish line. Brandon Catus and Alvan Gillett. I need some recall, folks. And coming up on the 22nd of February, the Catch the Bull race, the big monster race coming up. We have a corporate sponsor according to the Alpine Parks group, but we'll definitely share some more as we get more details, folks, as we fast approach the finishing line. Two riders who have blown the whole race to smithereens, Brandon Catus and Alvan Gillett. Here the riders are as they approach the finishing line. Two riders, Brandon Catus and Alvan Gillett, who broke away early. That's Atlee Lozano sitting in the back. He's not a part of the race. So as we approach the finishing, it's Brandon Catus, Alvan Gillett. So it seems that Brandon will claim his first victory. And big up to Alvan Gillett. Have been riding very consistent. And there's Mr. Atlee Lozano. And Brandon, the sprint, Brandon Catus. And Alvan Gillett is hanging on. Brandon Catus and Alvan Gillett not giving up. So Brandon Catus first, Alvan Gillett second. So we are at the finishing line. So first Brandon Catus, second Alvan Gillett. Here comes, we'll see the other three riders making their way to the finishing line. So those are two A riders. So I think D-Wade will be the first B because I think he's the only B there. Tim Magida A, and I think Smokes is A. There's the official waving his flag. Shortly we should see the riders making their way to the finishing line. So it seems that Francois had a mechanical, and here comes the sprint. Tim McGee in third. Smokes Glenn in fourth, and here comes D Wade. He would be fifth place, but first B rider. Good morning, Miss Beverly Price. Happy New Year to you guys again. There is the zoom zoom that I want to do this morning, blow to smithereens. Of course, who always rides along with us? No other than Mr. Banks, always ride with us. Always remember you, Mr. Banks. As the wheel turns, ruction and destruction. So we can see a rider coming to the finishing line. I believe that would be Charles Leslie Jr. Let me make sure it's Charles Leslie Jr. Charles Leslie Jr. coming on for sixth position. Good morning, Miss C. Fergie. So I get a few interviews with the riders. The first Thursday race of 2026. Weekend Warriors, Thursday race. Big up Mr. Kevin Logan for bringing it live into your living room. Big up Loans to Go. Big up Miss Dan, Loans to Go sponsor the race, and big up to Miss Dan Catering for providing station prize along the way. I'll get an interview shortly. Some more riders are coming in, so shortly there's a sprint coming in. If I see who it is, it's Mark Steen and Efran Newman. And here comes Darkanul. No. This is Red Bull. So I'm getting an interview shortly. Smokes, Happy New Year again. Smokes, great race strategy. You guys bridge across. I mean, I think you had a break and you bridge across along with Alvan, right? Both of you came across together. Talk a little more about the race.
Well, first and foremost, we want to give Almighty God thanks and praise for a wonderful morning. Yeah, we come out, three of me in the race together, me, Alvan and Valan, but I'm in the right to the back a little bit, and when I can just at a break, turn gone already before the bridge. I decided, but I can't wait too long, so I make the effort to try bridge cross, and we bridge cross way to the first turn in the race. So after that, we started the ride smoothly, but then team attack, and then Brandon fell, and then I gone with Brandon, and then Alvan and next young man come back cross. After that, Alvan ride off, and team never follow, only Brandon follow, so that's how the race play out, and I just left it right there, and they ride to the end. To the end, I start and sprint from too far, and the man come back to me, and then he eventually beat me for the end of the race. But good race, give God thanks. Look forward for continuously doing it. Sunday, one nice turnout, one safe ride, man. Give thanks to Andrew for always to come out and support you with this live stream, because publicity the Caribbean and far away as well too. Give thanks. I want to big up the sponsor, big up my family at home as well too, man.
Thank you, Smokes. So I try to look for Brandon. Yeah. I'm going to get an interview with Alvan Gillett. He rode excellent this morning. I'm here with Alvan Gillett, constantly improve. Alvan, good morning. Awesome ride this morning. You guys missed the early break, but yourself and your teammate Smokes Gladden made it across, and eventually you attack out on the final lap, and Brandon Catus joined you. I know you know Brandon Catus is a great sprinter, but you took the chance, and you guys rode away and came in first and second. Great ride, Alvan. Talk to the fans.
Yes, good morning. Yes, Mr. Adonis. Me and Smokes missed the break, and we went across to Brandon. We kind of blew up when we reached over there, but we did our best, and then afterwards, this young man, I don't know what's his name, Tim, he started to push the pace really hard, and got us in some trouble. But after that, I said, you know what, let me launch an attack to see if he have legs, and right there, he couldn't respond, so me and Brandon ended up coming alone, no? But Brandon is a fast guy on the sprint, no? But anyways, nonetheless, our team coming back strong this year. So get ready, guys, and big up my family home, my wife and my little kids. Right? Yes, definitely, Mr. Adonis, and thanks again.
Yes, that's Alvan Gillett, the owner of SPD. Riding excellent this morning. Looking for Brandon Catus. Where's Brandon Catus? D-Wade supposed to be the first B rider. You are the first B rider, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Good morning, congrats, D. Awesome race. From the Gonga, from the starting line. After the start, you guys escaped and were never seen again. But tell the folks about the race this morning, D.
Good morning, Andrew. Quite some unusual conditions out here this morning. Foggy, but I look like we're in the middle of France or somewhere, right, Joe? Up to the Alpe d'Huez or something like that. But anyways, Happy New Year again to each and everyone. We are back live with the Thursday race, Weekend Warrior edition. We are back live with As the Wheels Turn tonight. Andrew, I'm excited to be back on the show for another brand new year. So we have some exciting news. Obviously, we're going to recap the Creme Classic in all categories. And then we have the Weekend Warrior, New Year's Cycling Classic on Sunday as well. Great race, Andrew. Like I said, I always ride these races very aggressive. This is a training for me, right? So, after the race, I do a little lap after that and rest up until Sunday. But come out and I want to be aggressive. I know Tim, who's the new guy that we let ride. I know he was strong. I rode with him a couple of times, so I told him let's go in the break early. He followed me. Brandy started off, and we just continued out there. Greville was there with us, and unfortunately he couldn't hang on, but the guys were pushing the pace pretty good. Brandon did a lot of work today, so he deserved the win. Congratulations. And also Tim did a nice job as well, but I think the guys made a critical mistake. He attacked, and then Alvan did a counter off of that, and that was it for him, no? But he still got third, so that was good. And of course, I was the only B rider, as usual, up there, so collect that prize. looking forward to Sunday. Best of luck to everyone, and have a blessed day.
Thank you, D. So looking for Tim McGee. Where's Tim McGee? Who that the Kadisha, you're the first female on your right today. Well, saluting man. You rode awesome first round. You finished third. I saw you made big improvement. It seems that you get serious on this bike, but great ride today. Talk to the fans, kid.
Yes. Well, you know, I love cycling, right? So it's just a matter of getting a shape, train, because I definitely take it serious. I want to thank everybody, you know, for the support from New Year's Day and before. Thanks again to Mr. Ruben Martinez, you know, thanks to him always for bringing me back out. And big up my past coach, you know, to Mr. Rich Lewis, you know, rest in peace. Big up Peter, because he started me in it. No, I just continue. And big up everybody, big up the fans, big up Mr. Donuts too, Daughter, bring the life, and thanks everybody.
Okay, kid. So I'm looking for oh, so yes, Brandon Catus. I the hunt for you, Brandy. I the hunt for you. Yeah.
Show off the rhythm as they call, right, D-Wade? As they call, they call, sit down.
Brandon Catus.
We come for work out, my man.
Good morning. Brandon Catus.
Send the big man for me. You don't send the least soldiers there.
I like that.
What else? Me and Alvan get wet today.
Sit right here now.
Alvan wants soft pedal on the front and the man don't want to pull. So I take all the station prize there. I call work out today. I have to ready for when the big dogs they call Sunday, when King Henry call, Bob call, I have to ready for go there. I can call ride the race, and then Alvan while we ride 21, 22, or we hold hand together and then talk on the road, I think. I can't ride like that. If I want to go against Bob, I have to ride. If I want to go against Smoke, I have to ride. So I call work out today. I put in my pungs now today. Me, D-Wade, and Tim made the ride hard. Alvan and Smoke go across the way, and they slow down the breakaway. So I just take all the prize there where I could have taken, and I sprint on the end and try to win the race. I had to get ready for Sunday. But big up to Alvan, good ride. Big up to young boy who ride the race today, Tim, for California, the man ride good too. Big up to D-Wade, D-Wade ride good early. And I just call work out doing this. I call put in my pungs. I want to try to get ready for Sunday. I know Sunday now be like the last Thursday where I win. Sunday I have all of the heavy hitters. Heno at the boat, Baba at the boat. So I just to try to get ready.
Thank you, Brandon Catus, the winner. Who that first sea rider? Who that first sea rider? I'm not sure who that first sea. So oh, there's Tim. Tim. Tim, I want to say congratulations on a great ride this morning. Maybe you could tell the fans how you find the racing here in Belize and how you find this morning.
Racing in Belize is amazing, mad fun. Not as good as the fishing though.
But did you enjoy the race this morning?
I did. It was mad fun. Calman woke me up. Told me to come ride with the big dogs. So came out here to have fun. But now I'm not gonna hear the end of this. So it's unfortunate, but yeah, third place is all good.
Okay, good ride.
Oh, hold on. I want to say one thing. Go ahead. Big ups, Mr. Calman and Miss Dez.
All right. Yes, man. All right. Good team. So those are the top sea riders. Barney Brown loans to go. Second, Mark Gentle, and third, Warren Cowie. B riders.
Runner, Newman, and D Wade. Cano, you're not 58, right? No, he's not 58.
Morning, Miss Des. Some riders. He wait first, second. See Roger there?
You don't know be you that see. Yeah, cause he has 60 this year. But you know that no. You say he has 60 this year. No worry there. Right. How are you? Real age? Huh? So you have 60 in 3 months? Yeah, 60. No worry there. So who will be the next B?
Miss Des, Kalimani try hide from the camera this morning, but I catch her. Miss Des, say good morning, Tim. Yeah. Oh, say over here now, say Miss Des say Kalimani over the side. Yeah, Mr. Castro, ex-minister out. So who the third B?
Yeah, take all them money. Right now he do he get the next year I carry over there for prize. So
Okay.
but they do the next up, next
Okay.
B.
Who next B? So Fred Usher will take the third B. Supposed to be Rydell, but he left. So once you left, you don't get a prize. You have to be here for your prizes.
Just give me that.
Yeah.
Baba, deal with you Sunday, Brandon.
That's why I can't go work out today doing this. I have to ready for when Baba cannot go.
Well, Bob don't say he lay down the last Sunday.
You have to carry me time if you want to go. Or you carry Baba.
So those are the top B position A riders.
Tim Maggie. Yeah, MC. Tim, Alvan, Brandon. You have Tim, Maggie, Alvan Gillett, and Brandon Catus.
The top 3 A riders, first place Brandon Catus, second Alban Gillett, and third Tim McGee. Brandon Catus. Brandon, who you ride for this man? You ride for Running Rebels, right? Randy? Running Rebels, right? Yeah, Running Rebels. So the top 3 A riders. First, Brandon Catus. Second, Alvan Gillett, and third, Tim McGee. 3 riders in the A category. Congrats, guys.
Oh, take the. And then station prize. Hold on.
Oh, yeah. So they had it correct now. It was on the wrong side. Good morning, Marlene. Happy New Year to you. Okay.
And then station prize. Man, not play no sportsmanship today.
Brandon Catus took all the station prize today. Not share today. So make the chairman say his closing words. So Troy, the first race of 2026, opening with a bang. Coming up Sunday, we now have the big Weekend Warriors New Year's Day version of the New Year's Day race. Talk to the fans.
Yes, morning.
Yeah, but as I say, out here so very foggy, and we still had roughly like 30 or between 29 and 31 guys. I don't get the exact number, but I mean, we couldn't start our usual time because the foggy was pretty dark and we couldn't see, so we had to wait a little bit. And I sure that affect the live streaming a lot. I figure every minute the camera lens probably to get foggy. But all in all, we start the year 2026 Thursday race, sponsored by Mr. Tom Tillett, Loans to Go. I want to appreciate. Once again, thanks to Mr. Tom Tillett once again for sponsoring from Loans to Go. So I want to big up Loans to Go. I want to give you all the coverage and all the advertisement as possible because what you have been doing has been very great for all the cyclists every single Thursday out here. This year we're trying to do things a little bit different. From last year we started to shift a little bit more towards the age thing. So all 60 plus ride in the C category, and then last year it's 50 to 59 for the B. But what happened? We had a couple guys who wasn't ready for the A category, so we allowed them to ride in the B, which was maybe about 4 or 5 guys. But this year, we're strictly doing all riders between 21 and 49 rides in the A category, 50 to 59 ride in the B category, and 60 plus ride in the C category. So that's how we're doing it right now until things get a little bit better. Then we could probably shift the age between the 21 and the 49. Maybe we could split that in half. But for right now, that's how we do it. That's how we can afford it. And it's working. So we don't want to change anything drastically as yet. Now, with that said, we want to notify everybody that the Weekend Warriors New Year's race, sponsored by Shell Helix Ultra, will be held on Saturday, January 11th, starting at 9 a.m. from the Town Hall in Orange Walk, which will traverse straight down the Philip Goldson Highway, and it's going to finish at Suncast Plaza. So once again, get well, Chief. So we're going to be finishing at the Suncast Plaza. Shell Helix Ultra is sponsoring this event fully. You're giving 10 prizes for the A category, 7 prizes for the B category, and 7 prizes for the C category. So I mean, it's going to be a very interesting race. We have pretty much around somewhere between 60 and 20 station prizes. So the road will be pretty spicy at 9 o'clock. So we don't have no fog. Should have beautiful weather. We have live coverage by Mr. Andrew Ardunes. We also get a donation from Sydney Belzier, one of my teammates also, at Gorilla Cuts for $100. So if anybody want to donate anything on the road, feel free. The cyclists, they appreciate it. It gives them something to make the race exciting and jump for, right? And then at the end of the race, I mean, they have something where they could look out for. So once again, I want to big up Shell Helix Ultra for sponsoring our New Year's race, our first race of the 2026 Weekend Warriors calendar. With all that, I just want to thank everybody who have been supporting, everybody who are ready to support for the new year. All the cyclists, deadline last night. I give everybody until midday. If anybody no register as yet, I give you guys until midday today at 12 o'clock for you guys to squeeze in your final registration. And after that, we will be closing so we could put together the start list. Signing will be held at 8 a.m. from 8 to 8:50. Signing will be under the Shell Helix Ultra tent. So everybody will have to sign in for this event. So you'll have to go and register, sign your name at the start line so we know that you are present. Big up again, Mr. Andrew Ardunes, Mr. Kevin Logan for sponsoring the live, Shell Helix Ultra, and Tom Tillett from Loans to Go. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Mr. Trigab. Folks, with that said, we head back to the city. We want to wish everyone a... Okay, all right, cool, all right, yes. Mr. Castro have some thing for the riders, eh? So, folks, we want to big up all the fans who tune in. Of course, big up the sponsor of the event, Loans to Go. Big up Miss Dan Catering. Of course, big up my driver, Rick Castillo. Mr. Kevin Logan for live. The cyclists who came out to perform for you guys. And last but not least, my beautiful wife at home. With that said, we are out.